just before this video starts and goes ahead for the introduction and the first two parts, I filmed that back in March, and unfortunately I had a technical issue and parts of the rest of the video actually disappeared. So I have the beginning part and the second part to it, which I'll splice together for you guys, but you'll only see it up to the point where it gets clean. So I need to do the video now to continue it, even though there's a bit of a time lapse. So anyway, I'm really sorry about that. So please enjoy the video and I'll see you at the end. Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hooverlux. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso, salam alaikum. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Yak shimash, howdy y'all. So today I have a very large box, as you can see here in front of me. This has come from the one, the only Mr. Sam Watson. Hello Samuel. So this arrived on Friday, and I have to admit I have taken a sneaky peek in it, so I do know what's in there, and obviously from the title you're going to know what it is as well. But I wasn't expecting the Dyson, because I was like, oh, I'll get it when I see him next. But lovely Sam popped it in a box for me with some other bits that I'm gonna do today. So let's take a look inside the box. Wow, it's a big box. I'm gonna put this box down on the floor next to me, because there's a lot of wrapping in there. So you've recently seen this video from Sam of what the machine is. I'm going to take out the parts for it. There are some other parts, but I'm going to reveal them at the end. So let's have a look. What have we got here? We have got... Ooh. Now, I have never had one of these before, and it is a turbine tool for the Dyson. We have a tangle-free turbine brush. We have a crevice tool stroke dusting brush. Here we have a floor tool. It's alive. So I'm gently going to unwrap. Again, I have never tried one of these floor tools before. One of the newer ones. Here we have a hose wand. There we go. And this is a telescopic wand, a plastic one. I mean, it's good quality plastic, but it doesn't beat a metal one. Here we have a hose. And another one I've never tested before. This is the hard floor tool with the castellated, thick castellated brushes on it. I've never tried one of them before. And I have the special dusting turbo tool brush for it. He's put this one in as well. This one has the carbon fibre and also the normal brush roll. It's very, very soft. But Sam's also given me this. Now this he got from Manchester Vax, which is all the red bristles on it. So I'm not going to be using that. I'm only going to be using this one. Some tools and a tool caddy. another turbine tool, two of the turbine tools. This is the one that, if you watch Sam's video, one has been used and one has not been used, or very little used, so I'll be using them. And finally, oh no, there is something else. The handle and the get in your cracks and crevices tool. Now that comes off like so. So for going down behind your radiators, there we go. Let's put these two bits away. I'll show them to you in a minute. And this, the piece de resistance. I have heard some people call it the alien abortion. I kind of agree. It does look like something out of Aliens. Something that should have come off the ship of Prometheus. Let's unwrap it. Lovely Sam wraps everything up really well. Oh my gosh, wow, it is wrapped up well. There we go. The DC54. Here in all its glory. Wow. It definitely does look like something from the set of Aliens. Now if I remember, that's the button there to release the dustbin. Ah, and he's left me some BEKO1987 dust in there as well. Good lad, like that. Here we have the main body, which has the wheels, the cord, that. This is DC54 HG5 UK FKA 2262A is the serial number. 1300 watts. Quite nice. And this is the dustbin for it, and these are all the array of tools and accessories. Right, okay, let's have a tidy up and bring you a bit closer and we'll take a look. So Sam got this from a lady in work with him called Diane. Hello Diane. I bet you never realised your vacuum when you bought it that day would be so famous as to be shown on so many YouTube channels, viewed by so many people. Never in a million years would you have thought that. Anyway, thank you very much. So this is the main body, and there we have some dust. So I'm going to clean this out. Me nominate Christy Sam Amen. This is Sam's ashes. No, it's not really. Take off the plastic shroud. There we go. Okay, so Sam completely stripped this down because it was full of plaster dust, and he's already cleaned it out, and he hasn't been, he's used it for a month because it was one of his vacuum of the month vacuums. So it's only a month, and it is caked in dust on the inside. Now, I know people are going to tell me that it's fine, it doesn't matter, they will get like that. That's fine, but that's only really a month of use. Okay, so unfortunately that's where the video ended, so I'm back here. So if I take off the hose, and I take off the I can't remember how to take the bin off now. What? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, that button there. So I take this off and I release the bin, and I take off the bin cover like so. There we go. So what I actually did to clean the inside of it is I used the Dust Daddy. So I put the Dust Daddy on the end of this, like so. And that's how I clean the inside. Using the fake Dust Daddy. So all of the little rubbery end thingy-majigs on it, they're all nice and clean now. So basically it's had a good clean out. So we are left now with the bin, which I've also cleaned out as well, but the inside of this bin is very, very cloudy. So what I'm going to try and do is to rectify that by fixing. Now this bin is actually quite flexible, which for this task will work in my favour. So let me get the bits that I need, which includes the V36 and the Demon Shine, and we will give the inside of this bin a clean and see if we can get it back to looking like new again. Okay, so I have got me the big polisher for doing this job. You know, it's really small, but this will help me to keep it in control. When I'm starting off, never polish with a polishing pad on a dry polishing pad. So I'm just going to moisten that very briefly. I'm going to put my V36 polish on the pad, and I'm going to rub it in. Oops, I made a mess. Right. Make sure it's spread all over, especially the edges. Right. Let's start polishing. So, oops, hang on a sec. There we go. And that's what you don't want to do to happen, because things can break off. Shit, that is my fault. Bugger, I shouldn't have left it go while I was holding this. So that is completely utterly my fault, and I have now snapped off that end. Shit. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, the joys of being a non-professional. Right, let's try this part. Shredding my punch. So I did it again. There we go. That's how you don't polish plastic. Unfortunately, it shredded my sponge to pieces, but never mind. Let's get another little sponge. Got a little one here. Let's see. Right, let's get some of this off. Let me get a cloth. Right. Well, it's a little bit clearer in places, but yeah, I think I stuffed that one up, didn't I? But never mind, it's fine. Let's take a look at the damage. Pop this back in. Let's pop that back in. Let me just go get the other little part that broke off. which is the part that makes the thing push out. So when you do that, pushes the lid. So this is the little part that's broken off. So what I am going to do, think about how the heck did they get this part on in the first place? That's interesting. Because I can glue it, it's not a problem, but what I want to know is if this is... if this was the whole part when new, how the heck did they get that on? Oh well. Anyway. Okay, very interesting how they did it. I do not know, but I'm sure somebody will tell me on how much I've been a numpty. Oh, never mind. Let me pop that on. Let me put this back on. We'll leave it like that for now. And I will do something to glue this on, just on the surface of it so it doesn't pull off. But it's not a big bit of damage, but yeah, enough. Right, okay, let's give it a quick polish. Just to clean it up. And what we're going to do is give it a house demo, I think. So 2 days ago I did my BEKO1987 whole house video. You are not going to see that one yet, but you would have by the time this video comes out. So it's only been 2 days since I did that. So we will be able to see how much this picks up that's been left behind by the BEKO1987. Right. Let me give the body a quick once over. I'm not a fan of this machine. I wanted it for the collection and I wanted it to go with the upright DC75 kinetic, but I'm not an absolute fan of this at all. But I have been told that it does perform really well, so we will see. There we go. Get this on if I break any more. Okay, so we have that on it. Let me move this out the way. My tool of destruction. And what I'm going to use to vacuum is the turbo head with Sam's modification of 2 rows of bristles. So this is the head that I'm going to use on it. And we are going to do a whole house demo. Now with this, compared to the DC75, sorry, to the Cibo X7, I will be able to get in more places, like under the bed with it, so I will do that and we will see how it goes and see how much dirt I picked up. So the tools are there on this side. Move that down a bit, there we go. Right, let's go and let's try out this bad boy and let's give it a house demo. fucking hose. Right. So that's what it's picked up so far. Lots of fluff, lots and lots of fine dust so far. There's some stuck there, but it's okay. But yeah, it's picked up lots of fine dust, which is really good. Right, let's crack on. I'm not wrapped in using it, to be honest, because I find the hose a little bit stiff and unwielding, and it sort of like clunks into everything. It's not a very long hose on it, and there's a lot of watching where I'm vacuuming, watching where the main body is going, and then trying to keep the hose from bashing into things and stuff. So I've got a bit of a sweat on just doing that. Right, I'm going to crack on with the next floor, but I'm going to go and get the hard floor tool. I'm not going to use the turbo brush. crying out loud. we're back in the workshop after doing the house demo. My opinions on it. God, well, okay. Let's start with the head. So, I was using the turbo brush on the top floor, and then I thought I would on the middle floor use this. When it was on the, because there's a setting there for max suction, when it was on the lower section, I didn't feel that it was pulling on the carpet enough. I thought it was kind of like skimming too much. When I had it on max, so you see that move, okay, so when I had it on max, I found it really hard to pull back and forth. It was a workout. Excuse me. So I tried kind of like halfway, but I don't know. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like this. I don't like straight suction floor heads on any single vacuum, whether it be a Miele, a Dyson, or anything. I don't like straight suction floor heads. I prefer to have a turbo brush. So that's what I was using, was the turbo brush. So if I take off the hose here and the hose there, and go back to the turbo brush, I really did enjoy using this. I thought it was really good. It wasn't as heavy to pull back and forth, although I didn't feel that it had the most amazing suction on it, because obviously there's a thing there, that's where the air comes in to help turn the turbine, so I wasn't getting all of the suction onto the floor. So to be honest, with either of them, I wasn't entirely impressed at all with the floor head. I did prefer using this one, but I didn't think it had as good a suction as this. This had too much suction on it, or not enough. I don't know. It was just very compromising. So I carried on using this. I found this on the floor when I was doing that, so I'm wondering if this is to scrape the shroud or not. It's like a little rubbery thing. I don't know where it's kept. Oops. I'm gonna have to take a look, or somebody will tell me where this is kept on the machine. Anyway, so let me just suck up this. So that was my issues with the floor heads. The machine itself, I did find that it followed me around pretty well. It wasn't too cumbersome, so it did follow me around pretty well. Cord on it is not very long. I was expecting a longer cord, but it wasn't as long as I thought. I know this sounds really strange, but the on and off button for me was on the wrong side. Because I'm right-handed, and the vacuum normally stays to the right of me while I'm vacuuming, to turn the machine off, I had to put my foot up and over the on and off button. So if you're left-handed and you're vacuuming with your left hand and you need to quickly turn the machine on and off, for some reason this is a very good vacuum for left-handed people who use their left hand for the vacuuming and then their left foot for the on and off. If you're turning it on and off frequently, like I was doing when I was doing the video. So for left-handed people, this is a real bonus. But for me, for right-handed people, I did find it a bit of a pain. But that's no issue. Let's take off this. So it did pick up really well. I'd only done the whole house demo 2 days ago using the Sebo Air X7. So it's only been 2 days since I've done the vacuuming, and it picked up really well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move you guys closer and we'll have a look at the bin. So I've moved you closer now so you can see. That's me with my, we'll fix that. Let's open it up. There's a nice bit of cat fur there that it picked up. lots of fine dust. That is very, very fine. It's like powder, like talcum powder, and it picked it all up. The inside of this is absolutely caked in dust, if you can see. So that's only with one use. So I can imagine with a long use that would get really, hang on, lost this bit, I'll keep that safe. So yeah. So if I just take my little scraper thing, you can see here the fine dust. This must be to clean the shroud, is it? It's a very chintzy little toy, but I guess it would help. Let's take the bin off. I did have dust stick onto the shroud here, as you can see, and on the outside as well. Lots of dust, and on the inside a bit. So it did do a really good job, but that's going to get really manky really quickly. There are no filters on it for me to check, unless I take the thing apart, of which I am not going to do. So all in all, for a cylinder vacuum, if you like Dysons, then this is fine. You're going to have to empty it very frequently, and you're going to have to clean it out very frequently as well, including the inside. So if you've got a garage vac like a Dyson, like a Henry or something, then I could recommend that, because you will have to clean this out. There is, on the inside of the shroud here, you guys can't see, but in there's a lot of fine dust, lots of it. Right, let's clean up the mess. But I'm impressed at all the fine dust that it's picked up. I'm really impressed with that. So I'm really pleased to have it as part of the collection. And the next one I'm going to fix with Dysons is the DC75. I'm going to follow the video that Ben and myself did last year, and I'm going to fix up the DC75 upright, and I will do a house demo on that as well. So I'll do a video on cleaning it up, and I will do a separate video then on doing a house demo with it. So I do like this. If you like your Dysons, you will like it. But personally, I'm not a fan of cylinders full stop, not even Miele cylinders, although they are the best. And if I had the option to buy one of these or to buy a Miele, I am afraid I would still go with the Miele, because, you know, it's a lot easier to look after and keep in good condition rather than having to do this with a separate vacuum, which 90% of people don't have. So, okay. Whatever, girlfriend. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. I'd like to thank Sam very much for selling this to me, and I'm very sorry that I broke it, but I will get it fixed again. Ouch. I will use some Sugru on that and get it fixed. I still didn't find where this lives. It's got to live on it somewhere. It's come off somewhere, but I have absolutely no idea where it lives. I'm wondering if it lives in this. I will have to ask. Probably by the time this video goes out I will know, but I will have to ask to find out where that little thingy-majig goes there, that little scraper. So anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye y'all!